Under the CCP's rule, the Chinese people's income and standard of living and human rights conditions have greatly deteriorated. And that's why in Xinjiang, there's so many concentration camps. An average Chinese people household income is probably like 2,000 Chinese currency per month, which is like $300 US. So the current US-China trade policy and the CCP's intellectual property theft does not benefit the Chinese people. They only benefit the ruling party, the CCP kleptocrats, and the Wall Street and the Washington permanent political establishment. You can't have a shared value or shared goal with your most dangerous existential threat. CCP wants to take down the US dollar, want to outplace US as a global power, and they fund the terrorist group. And they're behind Hamas, they're behind Iran, they're behind Kim Jong-un in North Korea. And so they're the ones who want to destroy the American value, destroy this great republic at all cost.
Yep.
And so they don't even mind sacrificing the Chinese people. They're using the Chinese people as a human shield, just like Hamas using the Palestinians as human shields to launch attack against the Israelis. Same thing.
It's such a great point because they really do use the Chinese people as human shields. That's a great analogy. And they've got to be stopped. And I know that's the goal of the new federal state of China. I know everything that you guys have invested with not just passion and time and energy and money and the fight that you guys put up out there. I can hear it going on in the background. So with that, I just want to thank. You know, it's interesting, Nicole, because I'm looking at this complaint that you sent me from one of the students. Talk about the Chinese Communist Party not being able to be trusted. I'm going to put the complaint up on the screen and then read it for you. It basically says, I am a student at the University of San Francisco. Today we took the big bus provided by the embassy to welcome Chairman Xi. That, of course, is the Chinese embassy. We encountered unfair treatment. One, the embassy personnel told us the free lunch will be provided to only some students. Most students don't get it. We were promised to receive a $400 award, but we only received $100. Some students wanted to withdraw, but were issued a direct warning that quitting would be recorded in their personnel files in China, which will affect their future in China, i.e. employment and residency. Nicole, most people in America would think this is unheard of, that you have a personal file in China that could affect your employment and your residency that the government keeps. This is basically a threat to these students. You either show up or we'll ruin your life.
This is exactly what's happening to the Chinese students or Chinese people living in America. The CCP's infiltration and tentacles have really grasped these people's life and try to control their future. So the intercepted message that you were just reading out to your viewers and listeners were direct translation, word for word translation that I provided. And this text message is actually widely circulated in the social media platform by some Chinese people. They found this is like hilarious. So as you said, these students were being approached by the CCP's authority through the LA consulate. The CCP has a consulate in Los Angeles and in San Francisco. And so these people are giving instructions for the Chinese students, ask them to sign up and also offer them some cash payment. But at the end of the day, CCP is dishonest. I mean, just like how they treated the American companies, and they never play by international rule. So these students were upset that they were not given the promised $400 and that they were sending their complaints, and then they were issued direct warning that the CCP will actually put some comments in the secret personnel folder that was kept by the CCP security department in China. So if these students ever go back to China, want to find a job or apply for some benefits or even buy a home, their future will be affected by their withdrawal. So imagine that. I mean, This is a full control of the private citizen's life by a totalitarian regime.
We don't have a relationship with China. It's not like these are two teenagers dating. China is our number one adversary in the world.
Sure.
And what we should be doing is focusing on ways that we can get the better of China to stop them from cheating on their trade deals or hacking into U.S. government computers or floating spy balloons.
So, Nicole, what do you make of that from Tom Cotton?
We need more lawmakers like Tom Cotton. He's rightly about that we don't have a relationship with the CCP because they never respect our rules. They never respect the rule of law, and they have been violating the rule of law at every step of their own way. And Xi Jinping actually said in that opening speech in the APEC meeting that America should not expect to change us. You cannot change our political system, and neither do we want to change your political system. So basically, he's saying, leave us alone. We're evil. Don't try to change us.
Yeah.
And don't expect us to have the capacity of doing any good or self-improvement. And he also says, the U.S.-China relationship is such that once you opened the relationship, there's no way to close it. Grant, this is a threat. It means that once you open the Pandora box, the disaster will be endless. Don't take these words lightly. He really meant it.